Once upon a time, in a little village tucked between rolling green hills, there lived a curious girl named Lila. She had bright eyes, a heart full of wonder, and a love for exploring the world around her. One sunny afternoon, as she wandered through the fields, Lila noticed something peculiar. At the edge of the forest, there stood a tree unlike any she had seen before. Its bark shimmered with a soft golden glow, and its leaves sparkled like stars. Even though she had walked past the forest many times, she had never noticed this magical tree before. Intrigued, Lila approached the tree. As soon as she touched its trunk, she felt a warm sensation, and suddenly, the tree spoke. "Hello, little one," the tree whispered in a gentle voice. "I am the guardian of wishes. Only those with a kind heart and a brave spirit can find me." Lila gasped in surprise but quickly gathered her courage. "A guardian of wishes? Can you grant wishes?" "Indeed," said the tree, "but wishes come with a challenge. If you complete a task I give you, your wish will come true. Are you ready?" Without hesitation, Lila nodded. "I'm ready." The tree's leaves rustled with excitement. "Your task is to bring back the lost sparkle of the moonflower, which grows in the Enchanted Forest. It blooms only under the moonlight, and it needs someone brave like you to help it shine again." Lila knew the Enchanted Forest could be tricky to navigate, but she was determined. Armed with nothing but her courage, she set off on her adventure. As she entered the Enchanted Forest, the trees seemed to whisper secrets, and the path ahead glowed faintly in the twilight. Lila followed the path until she reached a small clearing where the moonflower grew. Its petals were drooping, and its usual bright glow was faint. Suddenly, a tiny voice spoke from the shadows. "The moonflower needs moonlight, but the mischievous cloud creatures have hidden the moon behind their misty curtains." Lila turned and saw a wise old owl perched on a branch. "What can I do?" she asked. "You must ask the cloud creatures kindly to release the moonlight," said the owl. "They love stories. Perhaps if you tell them a tale, they'll listen." So, Lila climbed to the top of a nearby hill and called out to the cloud creatures. When they floated down, their misty bodies swirled around her, curious and playful. "Dear cloud creatures," Lila began, "would you like to hear a story?" The cloud creatures nodded eagerly, their eyes twinkling. Lila told them the tale of a brave little squirrel who helped her friends through a storm by sharing her acorns. The cloud creatures giggled and sighed, delighted by the story. When she finished, they were so moved that they decided to part their misty curtains, letting the moonlight shine down once again. The silver beams of the moonlight bathed the clearing, and the moonflower began to sparkle, its petals glowing brighter and brighter until it lit up the entire forest. Lila carefully picked a single petal and returned to the magical tree. "I've brought the sparkle back," she said proudly. The tree's branches swayed in approval. "You have shown kindness, courage, and wisdom, young one. Now, make your wish." Lila closed her eyes and made a wish with all her heart. When she opened them, she saw something wonderful. Her wish had come true. All the children in the village, who often felt lonely or scared, would now have a special friend from the Enchanted Forest to keep them company and share in their adventures. From that day on, Lila was known as the girl who brought magic and friendship to her village, and the magical tree stood tall, watching over them all, waiting for the next brave soul to come seeking adventure. And they all lived happily ever after.